You're tuned into Creating Flavours, and we are making bowl curry with bottle groud vegetable. Very juicy, very fantastic dish with the head of the bowl fish. So without further ado, let's get and make this wonderful curry to share. I'm using the bowl fish head. All you need to do is slice it into medium sizes. I'm just gonna make the curry out of the head. This is the bowl fish. You can buy this from any fishmonger. They're quite popular, Asian orientated, popular in Asia. And we're gonna use the bottle groud vegetable. I'm gonna use this whole vegetable. This is about over 10 inches, I would say, about 34 centimeters from top to tip. It doesn't matter which side you use. This will be small, medium size will be absolutely fine. We're gonna bake this, chop this up into medium pieces. First, guys, we're gonna peel the bottle groud. This is a very nutritious vegetable. After peeling it, we're gonna wash it. So if you've got a peeler or a knife, if you're skilled enough, use whichever you need. Give it a nice peel and we'll start cleaning it. You can either keep the peel to use as a chutney or a curry, is up to you. You can spice it up and use it as other ingredients, but if you do want to throw away, it's absolutely fine. After it's all cleaned up, you can start chopping. I'm using my serrated knife here. You can use a basic knife, it's absolutely fine. Chop it into medium sizes, that will be the best. And all you do, give some serrations, it will gonna go very nice. And medium pieces will be absolutely fine. And hope you can see some serrations because I'm gonna pile it in it. When you do give that kind of serrations on the vegetable, that will basically provide you with all the flavors that can go into the vegetable. So chop them up to medium pieces. And when this fruit vegetable, is cooking, it will infuse with the fish and it will become more like a sludge, and the hardness, the strength of this will just go away. So it doesn't really matter how big and small it is. Medium size is fine. I'm going to use the whole groud here. If you want to use less, it's all up to you, but I'm going to use the whole because it's very flavorful, very healthy and great with the curry. I've got my 22 centimeter shallow, medium to shallow casserole. I'm going to add 7 to 8 tablespoons of olive oil. It doesn't have to be olive oil, you can use any oil, but 7 to 8 tablespoons, and I'll let this heat up slowly. Add 1.5 teaspoons of garlic. Put it on gas mark 3, that'll be absolutely fine, medium to low gas, and give it a good stir so it basically fries with the oil. I'm gonna add 7 to 5 tablespoons of onion paste. So I'm going to add more later, that will accommodate to 7, but 5 is absolutely fine. Add 5 or 6 teaspoons of onion paste, we'll add in there, looking good. We'll give it a good stir so it fuses with. Add a half a teaspoon of ginger paste. This is optional, you don't need to add it on. If you do, you can. It just basically infuses the flavour a bit more. Now I'm going to add some salt. So I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons. If you do need more, add more. It's all depending on taste. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. A pinch of chili powder. If you do like it hot, add more. If you like it mild, it's absolutely fine. Half a teaspoon of coriander powder. This curry is going to be quite mild. It's not that nice when it's extra hot, so it's all up to you guys. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of jeera powder. That smell is very vibrant. Hope you can smell it through the camera. Half a teaspoon of curry powder. Give the curry a nice stir so it infuses with onion, garlic and everything. Now I'm going to add some water. So I'm going to add 1 cup of water. We may need to add more, but it depends on how runny you like it and how smooth you like it. So we're going to leave this to infuse and to cook for a few minutes. 5 minutes will be absolutely fine. So we want it to maintain and infuse with each other. Put the lid on and let's wait. Within the 5 minutes, while the mussel is cooking, give it a nice stir. And when you see the oil residue flowing up, this is the best time to add the fish. So as you can see, it's still working on. So let's carry on. As you can see, the oil residue has risen up slightly. Now we're going to add the Boal fish in, drop it in, and give it a nice stir so it basically incorporates and infuses with the fish. And after that, what we need, we're going to leave it for 5 minutes to slowly cook. Lower the gas to medium gas because we've turned it up a bit. Let it infuse. Then we're going to take the fish out after 5 minutes. Within the 5 minutes of the cooking, again, give it a good stir and let the curry basically work with the fish. This fish is going to be nice. It's the head. It's going to be very juicy as well. Lower the gas to a simmer. Now we're going to take out the fish and put it in a plate. So any small size plate will be fine. It's not going to make any difference. We want the vegetable to cook with the broth itself. So we're going to take the fish, so the broth and the fish and the wine groud, the bottle groud, doesn't break off that easily. So we're going to take all the fish out. Now while it's on the simmer, we're going to get the bottle vegetable, drop it into the curry, and we're going to infuse it with the broth. I'm going to put everything in and let it infuse. If you do want to use a larger dish, you can. If you want to use a lower dish, you can, absolutely fine. I'm going to want it to cover. So when you stirred, I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to leave it for slowly to cook. Gas mark to about 10-15 minutes. Then we'll come back to it. So while it's cooking, keep an eye on it. Give it a stir when you need to. It's going to let a lot of water come out because this fish is quite watery. So we don't need to add any water. As this is coming out, we need to carry on giving a good stir so it doesn't burn anything. So as soon as you can see the vegetable has gone soft, that is the perfect time to add the fish. My one's gone all soft, nice and juicy. Now I'm going to drop into the fish, the Boal fish. We're going to give it a stir so it basically infuses with the vegetable and the curry and all that. And now it's going to be super Boal head with the bottle groud vegetable. This is going to be a nice, great dish for the whole family. It's going to be healthy. It's going to have the fish. It's going to have the curry. So all in one, health, meatiness, fishness, all the goodness, all in one. Now we're going to pop the lid back on. So we're going to put the lid back on. Keep an eye on it, guys. If you do see it, the water is drying out, add a little bit of water. But if you do add too much water, the flavorness, basically the sweetness itself goes away, and we don't want that. So pop the lid back on and we're going to let it cook for, put the lid on 4 for 5 minutes. We're going to let it cook and we're going to let the water come out and everything. So put the lid back on every minute or so. Have a look how it's going. Give it a stir when you need to. Put the lid back on and we'll be back. As you can see, the water is coming out, sipping out from the bottle vegetable groud, and this is going to be nice and juicy. It's looking great so far. So keep on stirring, let it infuse with the fish head as well as the curry itself. Now while it's cooking away, I'm going to add some bird's eye chili to give it a bit more oomph to it. It's all up to you if you do want to. Pop the lid back on and leave it for about another 2 minutes, and we'll add some coriander for the decoration. Now it's all done, guys. Look at how good it looks. The smoking, the flavor is coming right at you. Hope you have enjoyed this episode of Creating Flavors with Boal head with bottle groud vegetable. It's going to be fantastic. Hope you enjoy it with your friends and family. Please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Bye bye and see you later.